Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Almost won ultra hard last time, but if we can get through 4 out of 5 on the first try, it feels pretty good. I remember Pong. You shoot one shot, bounces around. This man might be unkillable. Here's the thing. Easy. What? Let me try again. Shoot. I move. I shoot. Okay. I'm probably ready for another one. Shoot. I move. Shoot. Genius level strategies. After the ultra hard challenge, no Isaac runs should feel difficult ever again. Is my true and honest belief. I hate this, but because I'm already here, I will go pick these up. Hermit is fine and allows us to leave. Stars is better. There are no item rooms here, apparently. I didn't know that in advance, as much as I would love to pretend that I did. I don't mind, and I'll tell you why. We have a 100 damage stat. Now, our rate of fire is real not good, but our damage stat is 100. I'm not sure if I said it clearly the first time. That's a triple-digit number. It's 1 after 99. I don't even know. I'm somewhat confident you can't even raise your rate of fire in this challenge. I mean, yeah, we want a key for sure. But even if we can't, it's 100 damage. All we really get, I mean, speed is important so that we can dodge enemies. This is helpful. We'll see a lot of things here. Yeah, our rate of fire and damage did not change. But our speed, range may be a little bit less relevant, but if we could get, like, speed, which we just got, plus an orbital, we will probably win. This doesn't strike me as a difficult challenge. And it's kind of cool, dude, because this is, like, our first time on this save file making it through the entire... pardon me. Sorry, a little bit of bacteria got stuck in my throat there. Let me describe it as grossly as possible. No, it's like this is our first time making it through the list of challenges on this save file. And that's kind of like, it's a milestone. It makes me think that we're getting pretty close to actually being done with this save file. And by done with, I mean, you know, really, truly just beginning. By being able to knock off that plus 100 streak I've been teasing for a long time. Okay. Dude, we got it in a cycle. That was cool. You should be dead extremely easily. Yeah, that was comically simple. We will definitely take these, and then give me something cool. That's cool enough. If that's not cool, then I don't... it's hip to be square. Huey Lewis and the News. Who do you think is a better band? Huey Lewis and the News, Mike Postovitz and the Sports, or Al Roker in the Weather? I'm gonna have to say Huey Lewis and the News, because they're the only ones there that are making music. I'm not necessarily an enormous Huey Lewis and the News fan. I could take them or leave them, but you know, there's some of those. I mean, Hip to Be Square, it's a good song. I'm trying to think what I don't even remember any other Huey. Oh, The Power of Love, of course. From the 1985 film Back to the Future. I always feel weird about saying I like a Huey Lewis and the News song, though, because I feel like, thanks to the 1998 movie American Psycho, it kind of makes you seem like a Patrick Bateman type. I have a very easy defense for why I am not a Patrick Bateman type. Do I look like the kind of guy who does 1,000 sit-ups every morning? Answer honestly. Anyway. You are in trouble, my friend. If I could ever shoot again. So what's our recourse for the rest of this run? I don't know, I kind of see this as like a victory lap. Without being overly confident or even, you know, braggadocious, cocky, whatever word you'd like to use. That was a dodge and a half right there. I don't think we can lose. There's two reasons. There's three reasons. One is the challenge is not that hard. Two is we just did ultra hard, so everything seems easier. And I thought we did really well on ultra hard. Couple little brain farts, but You know, you make a couple mistakes in an Isaac run over the course of, you know, a 25, 30-minute run. That's really good. 99.9 times out of 100. That's going to lead you to victory. Okay. That's fine. The other one is I have a sick brain, and for whatever reason, you know, I'll take it and we'll use it later. When I have sick brain, for whatever reason, my Isaac skills go through the roof, and I can't understand it. But I'm certainly not going to say no. You know, it seems to be the truth so far. I really think my play recently has been real solid. So a sacrificial altar. It might work when you have no familiars, but I don't think it does. So I think we should wait and see if we get some trash familiars and then convert them into greatness. I'm going to hermit right away. And I'm going to grab this. Just to, okay. So it's not really in the interest of skipping the floor that I'm taking these hermit cards. I'm just buying whatever card is half price, and then it just turns out to be hermit every single time. Can I, now that it's the year 2018, can I ask you guys a question? What the heck does turn down for what mean? Like, we've now, again, I get weirded out sometimes because I'm going to ask this question. You're going to be like, why are you bringing up that song from my middle school days? No, you don't understand. It's like 3 years older. You know, that's contemporaneous for me. Speaking of which, I had people, like, at the meet and greet that we did at TwitchCon, they came over and they were like, hey, NL, it's super surreal to be meeting you because I started watching your videos when I was in, like, middle school, and now I'm in college. And we've talked about stuff like that, you know, in the past. But to have, like, to put a face to that concept was very, you know, sobering for me personally. Not to mention, you know, you think it's weird for you. Imagine, like, you know, you've been very busy over the course of the past 6 or 7 years. You've turned from a, you know, a child into essentially a full-fledged adult. At least that's what you like to tell yourself. I've just been over here being, like, in my 20s. You know, just, I mean, working. You know how it is, staying busy, but it's not like I've done what you've done and grown 3 feet, or I don't know. How tall is a middle schooler? Probably like 4 foot. I haven't grown an extra foot in height is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, you're really putting my work ethic to shame. Please let me... This one is terrible. I really want you guys to bounce. Please. Okay. You're coming back. You're not coming back. So I think I have an idea. Okay? I want you to be on the other side of me. Like this. I shot accidentally. It's gonna take like 20 minutes for me to get back to where I need to be. Like this. Yes. Problem solving. When Turned Down for What came out, I was too embarrassed to ask what it meant. Because as someone who makes their living as an entertainer, you gotta keep your finger on the pulse of the nation, right? Well, not necessarily. Just look at Larry King. Hold on. Go ahead. You're in trouble, mister. But I feel like Turned Down for What is just, it's actually inherently meaningless, and it just means, hey, party. But for what reason? It doesn't matter. That's not necessarily my favorite analysis, but you get the idea. Man, I would love to be able to take Dark Bomb, but unfortunately I am a fool, and I took Sacrificial Altar. It's not that that precludes us from taking Dark Bomb. Rather, the situation is merely, we're safe? That we can't afford it. It would kill us. So originally I was going to leave that room. Temperance. Just blow it up. We got the money now. Thank you. Converter is kind of interesting, but I don't think we need it. Nor do we need the Trinket Smelter. Red Candle, though. I think we're going to go blue map. As long as we're going for, you know, items that are a color plus a noun following it. I don't think we need Mom's Key. Jar of Flies is interesting. I'm kind of trying to stick with Sacrificial Altar for now. I warned you. It's going to be a sneeze-filled episode. I will take Spider-Bot. Spider-Mod, whatever. I will take this. Oh my god, for the first time in my adult life, it is not a Hermit card. So this is the Depths... Oh, it's only Depths 1. Okay, so we're a little bit early. For sure. We're probably not going to do Boss Rush. And I gotta be honest with you, right after doing this run, which it seems to me is gonna, you know, come to fruition pretty easily, I want to go back to Ultra Hard. I probably won't. I'll go through the other challenges, you know. An orbital is so huge. Actually enormous, so that we can kill those enemies that were causing us problems earlier. But, I've got like a chip on my shoulder. I think we could beat that Ultra Hard challenge. We were close. Just a couple more things go right. Maybe we don't get number 2, and then things go a little bit better. No, thank you. So, thanks to Blue Map, we know roughly where we're supposed to go here. And I gotta say, you know, the sick arc, hopefully coming to an end soon. I definitely, like, I've hit that, I've hit the peak. My fever broke last night. So it's actually, like, in the con flu, you feel bad. At least this is my experience with con flu. You feel bad, but usually it's a little bit lighter than your average sickness. You know, a little bit less, of a duration than your average sickness. Is what I mean to say by that. So, you know, like... When I was a kid, and this is blowing my mind when I go back to think about it, you would, like, come down with a cold, or I would at least. I'm not saying I'm some kind of, like, superhero immune system-wise, because I think that would be very tone-deaf of me, given my frequency for illness within the previous year. But, when I was a kid, I would, like, get sick. Like, I'd come home from school on, like, a Tuesday, and be like, I think I'm getting kind of sick. I'd wake up on Wednesday and be like, Mom, I'm sick. I can't go to school. My mom was very, you know, pro-public health. She was like, you know, you shouldn't go to school if you're sick. And in turn, I never felt the need to lie to her about being sick. Because I knew if I was really sick, I never had to fight for it. So we had a good relationship with respect to our, you know, infirmary days. Take Wednesday off, play some Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge. Thursday morning, she's like, you want to go to school today? And I'm like, yeah, why not? So obviously we'll grab that. It was like a 1 or, most of the time, I guess I'll say, it was a 1 or a 2-day thing. Nowadays, it's, I wish it were like that, but it ain't. Give me a moment here. There's got to be something worthwhile. I mean, like, okay. Hold up a second, okay? Daddy's busy. Basically, for all of our troubles there, we got a speed upgrade and a little closer to, Bookworm, which we do not care about at all. Now, we did pick up a damage upgrade, which now that I think about it is completely irrelevant, but at least it makes our tier look cooler. And now we have Blank Card Fool, which, again, is not really worth much at all, but life goes on. Like, I remember, I'm starting to come to this point myself. And again, I want to preface this, you know. It's not that I think I'm old. It's just, I'm giving you... I remember when I was 23, I watched a viral video on YouTube about what it meant to be 23. You know, and I was like, yeah, I'm starting to experience the symptoms myself here. So you can't drink, like, 4 sodas a day and maintain a visible abdominal muscular region. The laws of thermodynamics start to apply to you. That doesn't mean you're old. It just means you're starting to play by the rules. You know, easy mode gets turned off. You know, you take levels out of Vit, put them into Wisdom. Put it in terms you guys would understand. Crush them. Thank you. My parents, you know, they'll talk to me, and they'll be like, you know, the summer was, like, kind of annoying. Me and your dad got a cold, and it lasted, like, all of July. And I'm realizing that's my future. Now, they still live a very full life during this, but... this is gonna sound, absurd. I actually think by picking up, and it might not sound that absurd once you remember, you know, it's Isaac, but I think picking up Death's Touch, no. I think picking up Death's Touch actually has lowered our rate of fire. You're gonna just have to take my word for it, because you can't see what I'm doing on the keyboard here, but I'm hitting the buttons to shoot the shot, and I know that it's gonna be slow, but this is slower than it used to be. I think. It feels slower than it used to be, at least. So even though the statistic on the screen has not changed, I believe behind the scenes it may have. And much as you might find that to be a negative, I'm going to say that it could be a positive, because it could mean that our damage stat is changing behind the scenes as well. Could be wrong. I mean, it's one of those things, don't even bother researching it. And I say that as a friend and a colleague and an acquaintance and a sleep aid and an etc. and an etc. You don't research it. It's one challenge. You know, who cares? The Pong challenge is one of those ones that's meant to be done. You finish it, you never think about it ever again. I think, at least. That's my interpretation of how this challenge is supposed to go. Now, ultra hard, speed challenge, etc., those are meant to be a little bit more, like, I tried to shoot like 3 times there. None of them worked, obviously. Because if it had worked, I probably wouldn't have continued to try, but... So after this, remind me, by traveling backwards through time, to go through and do an audit of how many challenges we failed on our first pass through. It's got to be like, I mean, there's 30 challenges if I remember correctly. I think we failed, hey, maybe 5 or 6. Maybe 7 now that I think about it, because I think we failed 4 in the first 20. Which is, I mean, some of these challenges are tough, dude. There's only a couple of them. In fact, there might only be one, even, where I was like, this is a challenge you should not lose. Like, we didn't lose computer savvy, you know? We lost on the stuff that it's understandable to lose on. Just the fact that we knocked speed out is, you know, worth its weight in gold to begin with. I will take 1 spirit heart. I will not fight Hush, because I'm not stupid and there's no reason to do it. This is a nice sort of challenge for us to go out on. You know what it is? It's a dessert. The main course is meant to challenge your taste buds. What is this? Some kind of beef sandwich with cheese, pickles, etc., etc. Yo, it's way too late to get into this in the course of the video, because we could be done in like 6 or 7 minutes here. America, keep doing what you're doing with fast food. Well, Burger King, please stop tweeting about No Nut November. But apart from that, keep doing what you're doing with fast food. I ate at a Chick-fil-A when I was in California. It was an ordeal. I didn't realize that, you know, you might have to line up for like 20 minutes in order to get Chick-fil-A. And it's been in the United States, I don't know, for like 40 years or something like that, right? I mean, it was founded there, I'm sure, but... you'd think that, you know, like, in Canada, something will pop off. Like, this Toronto bakery started making a cronut, a croissant mixed with a donut. Crazy lineups for it. A year later, you want a cronut? Ew! Get out of here, you know? Chick-fil-A has maintained that sort of, like, fervent popularity for that length of time. I had it one time. Me and a few other friends of mine went down to Josh's college. No joke. New Year's 2008. On the way back, had some Chick-fil-A. Because, you know, I don't know, if you're American, you might not be able to relate to this. But part of a rite of passage for Canadians in America is going to these restaurants that you've heard of or seen commercials for, but have never had the opportunity to visit in your life because they don't exist in your country. Long John Silver's, for example. Sonic. Chick-fil-A is another one. Shake Shack. Keep doing what you're doing with fast food. In-N-Out, Shake Shack, Steak and Shake, Chick-fil-A. I don't know about Long John Silver's. I'm not going to give you that one because people say it's maybe not as good. But I do love fried fish. Anyway, where am I going with this? I don't know. If you'll forgive me, I'm just going to cash in early. Dogtooth. It's a speed upgrade. Okay. Why take Samson's chains? I'll give you the real answer. It's because it does not matter whatsoever. You know, we are easily going to steamroll this. I mean, we've already steamrolled it. We have full HP, roughly, and 9 lives. Also, Shoop the Whoop is disgusting right now. Please, please. Please. It's a good indication of how strong this run is. Like, Shoop the Whoop, I don't know, it might do like 3,000 damage. I can't tell because I got rid of Spider Mod, but let me shoot! Helpful. You know what would be nice, actually, is any tier effect that gave us an aura on our tier. I think it could, like, cover the whole room. Please. I know, like, this whole floor has just been me saying please, but what can I say? I'm a very polite gentleman. Anyway, because we have to wrap up the bit in a moment here. All I'm saying is, keep up the great work when it comes to fast food. Yes, consume it in moderation, right? But simultaneously, trust me, I'm familiar with the politics of the Chick-fil-A owners. By and large, or maybe like exclusively, I do not support them. However, maybe this makes me a bad person. I don't think it does. Let me put it this way. Saw a lot of people in that lineup that were like, I may not support the owner's personal politics simultaneously. That's one heck of a chicken sandwich. Like, that crosses the boundary. Like, I actually think that it might be a little bit tastier because of the fact that it feels like a little sinful to eat it. It's like a betrayal of your own personal beliefs that just makes it that much more succulent. And also, how do they make it? And I'm being real with you. How do they make it so the pickle is like, it melts in your mouth? A pickle is a firm topping. They put it under the chicken breast and it kind of gets a little soft. It's almost like a pickled emulsion, which is maybe a term that you should not use when describing fast food as a little hoity-toity, but you know what I mean. Anyway, we're gonna make it through our challenge. And I'm gonna, once every 10 years, daydream about that Chick-fil-A sandwich. 2028, I'll see ya. Really should have come in here with Shoop the Whoop, because this would be over already, but life goes on. Oh no, we're gonna have to shoot 3 times to kill an enemy. Easy mode. Greed's Gullet. The item I don't really understand. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 35. So we get 28 out of 35 done right now. We are 80% of the way done. Let me think. Glass Cannon. We didn't do that one on the first pass. That's relatively easy, I think. Everything else might take a couple of tries. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!